Like, that's just that. Like, we ain't even talking about my mom's dad. Then we ain't talking about my dad's mother. Then my dad's father. Like, I made it this far, and I'm already up to over 1,000 family members. Like, literally, I'm up to 1,000 family members, literally. And all 1,000 of us, some of them is named Dooley, some is Parnell, some is Jones, some is Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Some is Boynton, some is Mitchell. Like, everybody's name is changed, but we all can come back to these 12 great grandfathers and grandmothers and stuff like this. Like, okay. So this is why I say individually do your genealogy, because individually I never came from Africa. My ancestors never came. They more likely came from England before they did Africa. So they didn't come from Africa. I can't tell you the first thing about Africa, and neither can my grandmother or my great grandmother. They don't know. They're like, baby, we weren't slaves. Who told you that? That's literally what my grandma would do. Baby, we ain't slaves. Who told you that? And she'll look at you with this face that I'm giving y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck told you that? The schools told us that. You know what? Baby, let me tell you where you come from exactly. And this is where you got to separate the generalization and individual person. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's story is not the same. Just because we look the same and we swarthy and shit, that don't mean all of us got the same story. All of it, folks, is different. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the reasons, the only thing that unite us is coming here to these lands. And like, you are an offspring of these people. So therefore, you never came from England, boy. You've been in America your whole 30 years of living. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what's happening? But Charles Darwin and Melville Herskovitz and Marcus Garvey, Scottish ass. Oh, you ain't know Marcus Garvey was Scottish? Boy, look, Jamaican, Black Irish, landed in Jamaica, you know. Marcus Garvey spent more time in Scotland and in England, and he ain't never traveled to Africa, but he was trying to send your ass to Africa, though, man. Make that shit make sense. I'm going to say that again for the Pan-Africans. Marcus Garvey did more traveling in Scotland, in Europe, and he never set foot in Africa in that one time, but he tried to send your ass to Africa. Why is that? Oh, and he went to the most prestigious college in England called Berkshire University. And we talking about early 1900s, though. These people was racist. They ain't like black people. Well, how did Marcus Garvey, a Pan-African, went to the most prestige college in Europe? In England at that? Huh. And then, and what I told you about the last names in genealogy, the names change depending on how you talk about it. You know, Marcus Garvey is a slick, he's slick. Marcus Garvey is his last name, period. Why? Because his last name Garvey comes from MacGarvey, which is an Irish or Scottish name. His last name Garvey comes from MacGarvey, and all his smart ass did was just took MacGarvey and separated to give you Marcus Garvey. Come on, man. This boy, man, his daddy was a British loyalist. Y'all don't know this about this man, but y'all repping him. Man, Marcus Garvey loved us. You can't name one Marcus Garvey speech. Tell me what speech do you remember? You remember Martin Luther King? You remember Malcolm X, the Ballad of the Bullet? You remember all these people's speeches? Tell me something that Marcus Garvey said. Besides, we trying to send Negroes back to Africa. And he ain't never set foot in Africa. You feel me? And why is he trying to send y'all back to Africa at the height of the Ashanti War? Huh? I mean, literally, when the ship pulled up to the coast, you would have stepped off and you are in the middle of an Ashanti War. Why was he trying to do that? Why was he chilling with Walter the Plecker? Come on, man. We got to take our emotions out of history and really read this shit to see if a lot of this shit makes sense. Because a lot of these people, man, a lot of these black leaders was lame. I'm going to be the first to say if nobody tell you. A lot of these black leaders was lame, bro. They was lame as shit. And they wasn't even black leaders. Not all skin folk, your kin folk, man. Booker T. Washington, biracial. He look dark as shit, don't he? Biracial than the motherfucker. W.E.B. Du Bois, biracial. You feel me? A lot of these people, a lot of your black leaders, 90% of the time are biracial. Obama, biracial. All these folk biracial, bro. You ain't never had 100%. You are, like, and all of their mothers were Ashkenazi Jews. That makes sense. You talk about bloodline. I got a bloodline for your ass, man. But a lot of people who don't want to do research, they come on here and be like, you guys are lame. You guys just talking out your ass. It sound like you bitter. Hell yeah, I'm bitter. You teaching my kids false information. I'm trusting you by sending my kids to school and you teaching them bullshit. I'm bitter because you taught us bullshit, bro. And now I gotta deal with 90s babies who've been indoctrinated. And the older we get, because a lot of us 90s babies are in our 30s, and the older we get, the more stuck in our ways we get. So it's getting harder and harder to touch my peers. This is why I focus on the youth. It's touch my peers. And then you got the 80s babies. They've been indoctrinated with the same bullshit. In the 70s, the 60s. Man, the reason why when you was a kid and you used to ask your parents for help on your homework and they look at that shit all crazy, that's because they wasn't taught that shit. They changed that shit every year. You know, Pluto is a planet one year and Pluto is not a planet next year. What? These folks changed this shit at will, man. Y'all peak game. Y'all peak game, bro. Ain't nobody talking out their ass, man. Folks gotta wake up, bro. These folks do not mean you no good. Willie Lynch, take the mind, leave the body, because we only want workers in the United States Corporation. I mean the Union States Corporation. Now you know who the Confederates was. The Confederacy, the Confederates were rebels who was rebelling all through history. Who was rebelling all through history? Confederacy, rebellion, Republicans, who was rebelling all through history. Who were you rebelling against? The Union. Shout out to the Union States Corporation that you still indoctrinated in. You still in indentured service in. You go to work 9 to 5. You still clocking in. You go to work, man. This shit be feeling like slave work. Because it is slave work. You are a financial slave. You are a financial slave and you paying off a debt that don't even own. That you don't. You paying off a debt that you don't even own. You paying off a debt that you don't even own. You are, in fact, a financial slave. This is why I say the transatlantic slave trade is not told the way it's told. You know what I'm saying? Roots is fabricated. Everybody you was up there, Kunta Kinte, getting whipped. Oh, my name is Toby. That's bullshit. Kunta Kinte, for one, never existed because Roots is a false historical fiction story, which means it was made up and it was plagiarized. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even real, but they still show your kids that every February, though, right? They show them a historical fiction story of a person who never existed every February for Black History Month and talking about this is your real history. So we just poofed on a slave boat. We just poofed. And we the only ones on this slave boat. So where's all these white Irish who were slaves that everybody was talking about? Where's all this England's undesirable and criminals that got kicked out and who also was slaves? Where all these folks at? You know what I'm saying? But we the only ones who is synonymous with slavery. You know what I really think? I think we stepped into a Mandela effect. I think at one point in time, everybody knew that. I think everybody knew that slave was big business. Human trafficking is big business. It didn't even matter your skin tone. It was about that. Yeah. What I think is we stepped into a Mandela effect that for some reason, everybody hears slave and they think you. African Americans, they think you. Slave. Oh, you talking about the African Americans. Whoa, hold on, nigga. Well, white Irish was in there picking cotton too. The gypsies was out here. What you mean? The Mongoloids was out here in the fields picking cotton too. For that, I ain't gonna go there. For that tribal recognition. For their tribal recognition, they was picking cotton for that. Oh, you heard me? But they was out here too. How did all of a sudden, less than 40 years, slave got synonymous with only us and only us? That don't make sense. That's why I say, boy, that Reconstruction period, people don't know what that Reconstruction era was about. This is why when I get on here, a lot of people be looking at me crazy. What the fuck are you talking about? Man, you need to research that Reconstruction period. Then research the Titan Empire. And bruh, 2 plus damn 2. Men in black, flashy thing, people ain't memory, you know. aluminum, mercury, fluoride. People ain't got no memory and shit like that. People attention slang slow. Everything dealing with the cognitive. Your cognitive go. Why here in America, when you get old, the first thing to go is your brain. But everywhere else, everybody else got their brain. You go over to the age of the monks. The monks be 110 years old and they can tell you everything. Ain't shit wrong with them. You go to India, nigga be 1,000. They tell you everything. Go down to Africa, they be 1,000, tell you everything. But when you get over here to America, your lifespan is shortened to damn near 60. If you're lucky, if you're a black male, it's 60. If you ain't stressed the fuck out, happy wife, happy life. If you ain't stressed the fuck out, you know what I'm saying? And ladies, 75, maybe 80. You know what I'm saying? But why is it the life expectancy shortens here? Why isn't it when you get old, the first thing that go is your mind? Your memory goes. They did this on purpose to our elders. Because how can you have oral history of who you are, where you came from, if your mind gone? If you ain't got no memory. If you ain't got no memory. If you ain't got no memory. When they mean brainwash, they mean that shit literal. That's one thing I learned about these folk. When they mean some shit, they mean that shit literally. When they say whitewash, nigga, they literally was trying to rub the darkness off your skin until you bled. Like, nigga was really trying to whitewash your ass. And they figured out, okay, the skin couldn't go, but we gonna change these paintings and sculptures and statues and shit then. We gonna whitewash it a whole different way. You know what I'm saying? Or we gonna breed them out. We can't scrape their skin off, but we gonna try and breed them out. You know what I'm saying? Whitewash. They was literally whitewashing. They're literally brainwashed. These folk, they literally do this shit. Like, but, man, dog. If police knew who the fuck they was working for, everybody would quit. I swear to God, if police knew who the fuck they was working for, they will quit today. I promise you that they will quit today. Oh, y'all, let me catch up in the comments. My bad. I ain't even see y'all down here going ham like that. Let me catch up. Ooh, 99 plus. Hold on, y'all. I ain't know we was going in like that. Hold on. Pseudoscience. Yeah, you right. A lot of black elder people memory be gone. Yeah. That be the first thing that go inside the elders. And the elders in our community, that's the first thing that go is their memory. And I be sitting here like, shit weird, bro. You know, I believe it, and that's true. It's because they have a lot of bleed. Cheesecake so said it, dog. You out here wilding. I am an American Indian, most definitely. D's truth in here. What's happening, D? What's happening, Miss Mac? I'm glad both of y'all could tap in. Is this live about American Indians? When I do my morning lives, Chunky Barbie, when I do my morning lives, it's just discussions. I don't do topics until like I have a set day and we all here at nighttime or whatever the case may be. But when I come on here on the morning times on the weekends, we just be talking, discussing, you know, ranting, dropping random gems and shit like that. You know, we don't be doing too much like that in the morning. Colgate will whiten skin. I believe you. MK Ultra through everything we use. Ah, yeah. Eugenics, D. Selective breeding. We gonna talk about, hey, man, I got a dope live event that I'm about to set up. We about to be talking about selective breeding, hybridization, eugenics. We gonna be talking about everything. Man, look, I done found some shit, y'all. For real. Oh, man. I don't even think he knows his point. He all over the place. I'm only all over the place for those who don't understand and comprehend. That's it. For one, the point of this live, as I said in the beginning, stop calling yourself white and stop calling yourself black. Those two don't exist. 2, race is made up. 3, do your genealogy to figure out where you really come from. Because 9 times out of 10, your family did not come from Africa. 4, there's fluoride, aluminum, and mercury in the water. All our ancestors lose their memory first while everybody else do, like, you know what I'm saying? All this type of shit. I'm technically not all over the place. You just can't keep up. You feel me? Come on, man. You gotta keep up. So now let's keep going. Let me see what's up in the comments. The Bible is indoctrination, most definitely. So now, back on it. India people, Middle Easterns and stuff like that, Caucasians. How? Because white means albus. Albino means albino comes from albus. Albus literally means white. So now everybody on the face of this plane have a doppelganger, but the doppelganger is not what you think it is. It is. Hey man, look, we about to touch on it real quick. Ramal, who is? Let me see. What's headed?
Peace, God. Peace, family. What's going on, bro?
Nothing cooling.
Let's wake it up, man. You teaching? Shit, college professor. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. I just got my live back. It was banned for a minute, so you know.
Man,
came out here with a lot of energy.
What knowledge was you dropping? What knowledge was you dropping got you banned, man?
Man, look. For one, we'll talk about a whole lot of stuff. I ain't even about to say on it to get banned again, but you know. But pretty much when you talk about genealogy, when you start breaking down race classifications and all this type of stuff, that shit'll get you banned because they don't want folks to understand that, man, these divide and conquer is real. You know what I'm saying? And when you start digging into the elite's family tree, because you got the elite's name, Rothschild, take his name and do his genealogy. You'll be surprised who in his tree, because everybody that be in these people tree, they ain't just one white person. But these folks got Asians in their family. These folks got Africans in their family. These folks got all type of people inside their family. It's a web literally knit to keep control of everything. How you think Africa's prime minister be fucking over them? That's because they part of that Rothschild family. How you think the Asian people be fucking over their citizens? Because they government is part of that family. Like, these folks is real. You know what I'm saying? So in order to control the world, you gotta literally control the world. You gotta have man. That 13th royal family shit is deep, and they only show you one of the families, which is the Queen of Elizabeth. You don't know who the King of Dutch is. People don't know who the King of Sweden is, and all these folks. You don't know who actually runs Russia and Germany and shit like that. The news is gonna show you what they want you to see. Right. So I got too deep on that, and they was like, pull my shit.
Wow.
Yeah, you know.
Is that what you breaking? Are you doing race classification now?
Right now, I was showing the different type of albino people, because again, people only think that Africans make albinos, and that's not true. India folks actually make the most albinos, and they are still called Caucasians. So now I can show you a whole bunch of different albino India people, and they'll look like your everyday Billy Bob around the corner. And then when you put two and two together, if you're familiar with, you know, with Israel and Japhet and all that type of stuff, then you start thinking about the tribe of Japhet and Ashkenazi Jews and all this type of stuff like that, you know. And man, shit get deep. Like I said, these people are recessive splice mutations of the melanated people. So that means that if you're recessive and your skin come out like this, that means that you will be an albino. And a long time ago, Europeans was classified as Europeus albus, meaning you was a white European, means you was an albino European. Your counterpart was the original melanated Europeans who was there, that they done whitewashed already. That's all it is. All these people walking around is just our counterparts. They are doppelgangers. That's it.
Yep.
But we are on the light side of things, and they are on the dark side of things. And this is where you get the whitest black, blackest white shit get flipped like that. You know what I'm saying? What's good is actually bad. What's bad is actually good. Just when you get that flip shit. But these folks ain't nothing but just our doppelgangers.
Yeah.
I've seen white people who look like me sometimes. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? It should be crazy.
Yeah.
That's all I'm talking about today on this one, real quick.
All right, for sure, man. You got, I mean, because I do a little bit. You know what? As far as the exact breakdown on the doppelgangers, I can understand that spectrum, but that's dope that you're breaking down. That you broke down the families. I'm gonna have to tap into some of your content.
Mm-hmm.
I handle more of the mystery school, ancient science side of things. Dispel a lot of people still got to come out of the whole white
I def
supremacy. You know, it's
Yeah,
so much knowledge out here that people need, bro. It's so much knowledge. So I just want to give thanks, give that gratitude for you up here hosting this and breaking down because brother, you a professor right now. You know what I'm saying? You a whole teacher, like for real. Like
I appreciate that.
in this day and age, I just had a room on Clubhouse. If you ever heard of Clubhouse, it's a great place to
Yeah.
like open up rooms. I just had a room talking about the United States education system. It's actually a pseudoscience and pseudo history. That was the
Mm-hmm.
title. It is.
And it's funny because if you go back to like the early 1900s, like the they literally tell you that they plan of the public schools is to keep the citizens dumbed down because they
Mm-hmm.
want workers. They don't want people to think for themselves because
Right.
everybody has the power to govern yourself. You don't
Mm-hmm.
need them.
Mm-hmm.
But that hurts them once you govern yourself because then they lose the power. And
Mm-hmm.
then folks start to realize that these folks ain't have no power at all. And
Mm-hmm.
that type of thinking right there is why they call you militant. They don't want you to think like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Facts.
because if
Facts.
you have a militant mindset, you have a military mindset. So
Mm-hmm.
therefore, you become a threat.
Right.
They don't want you to think like that. They
Right.
want you to still
Facts.
be a sheep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I dabble into like the arts and mystics and spells and stuff. I try to tell people words and spells. You got to be careful what you say and how you say it and your energy and stuff like that. So if you got content, I'll subscribe and definitely check you out too.
I'll definitely, bro. I'll give you a follow. Give you your space back. I just want to tap in and see what the bro's talking about. Definitely dropping some knowledge because man, we just need more brothers like ourselves out here doing this. So
I
I
Yeah,
appreciate you, bro.
they coming. Appreciate you too. You tap in
All
anytime, big
right,
dog. Mm-hmm.
all right, man. Take it easy.
That's what's up, right up. Catch up real quick. Shout out to everybody inside the live, man. Smash that button, get the like, so y'all know how they be doing your boy. If you like everything I'm talking about, go ahead and hit that follow button. Man, I got 3 pages. This is the page that I do my lives on because my main page, hey man, we been banned a long time ago off my main page. All the OGs and in-betweens know what's up. But that page is still up. And I got over 200 videos. We done thumbed through over 1,000 books. We do CIA documents. We do all type of shit. So when people get in the lives and be talking about, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about, boy. We done pulled out all type of resources. Go on to my main page. I'm talking about CIA documents, books, scriptures, sculptures, misses. We go ham on that thing, you feel me? And we go ham on here. We just bringing the same energy over, to get the numbers up. So, but yeah, I feel like these folks are just our doppelgangers, lightweight. You know what I'm saying? And it's always north and south. South is always darker, north is always lighter for some odd reason. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say some odd reason, Well, in these cases, some odd reason, because this is like heat and desert and shit like that. Shit's supposed to be hot or whatever the case may be. I gotta let my brother get on here. Gotta let my brother get on here. What you mean? Gotta let my Cherokee brother get on here. What's happening?
What's going on?
Man, cooling. What you up
Yeah,
to?
you dropping them knowledge. I'm just listening, I'm just listening, soaking it
Yeah,
up.
man. They had me banned for a week from going live, so they just let all their energy and information build up.
That's all we do is stockpile it. They don't know no
That's it.
better.
That's all we do.
Yeah, I did a live last night.
Uh,
But my phone was damn near dead. And I said once my phone die, I'm done. So I was dropping gems on
uh,
how most of us are related, and they created a caste system and created eugenics to try to white everything out, basically. Like you have the Indians on the res, but we had a res too. It was just more like the inner city and projects. That was our res. Our res was different than theirs.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's
They
still.
got
And you know what's crazy? Our reservation was different from theirs, but one thing about both our reservations that they have in common, there's a liquor store on every corner, and
on
there's
every
guns and
corner,
drugs.
on every and yep, and
Yep.
it's included with drugs.
Yeah, and we sitting here telling him like y'all are family, bro. Well, some of y'all, I feel like the ones who's running shit is not our family, but the ones who like the citizens of the reservation who don't know no better, y'all are people, man.
Yep.
And we coming back to get y'all, just like prophecy said.
It was somebody who I used to follow. It was a book he was reading, and he said that they will be like every color of a speckled bird. And I'm like, how we were thinking, we're like, oh, they ain't got the melanin, they ain't part of us, but they are a part of us because they are all speckled birds,
Mm-hmm.
and those
And this is
dominant
why I be
genes
trying
really
to.
don't show.
Yeah, and that's why I be trying to go hard with tell people just you gotta ditch the colorism, because even though we read these books, even though they said, well, we found some tribes here who was white and stuff like that, then you start digging into albinoism. Now albinoism is rare amongst the original people, American Indians, but
Mm.
that don't say that it don't happen. It's just rare. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes over 1,000 years before a first albino of one of us pop up. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
like Africans and India and Asians, like albinos be
It's
popping up
like
like that.
it's like albions or a rare breed. Like you'll see a albino deer or an albino raccoon or an albino
Yeah.
squirrel. You barely see them out there. They just a rare breed.
Mm-hmm. Yup.
It's
Just
recessive
like that.
genes and it's dominant.
Mm-hmm. So now it kind of makes sense on why people would hate your skin, because it's, you know, so now you be like,
It's
damn, albino and melanated war. And it's right there inside the terms when they say white and Negro. You be like, okay, white means albino, Negro means black. These folks is just mad that they
That's how
was
Negro is.
cursed.
It's Spanish. It's black for Spanish or
Yeah,
Spanish. Yeah, that's all it meant. And then they
that's
turn
it.
around and start calling us black and English when they, you know what I'm saying? It's the same old game, man.
and they had these fake black leaders pushing that black shit. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you heard a leader
Yeah,
talking about some black power, that nigga
black
was
power.
suspect. Because
Yep.
Malcolm X used black when he was kind of being sarcastic and talking to people, but in the other times he
Mm-hmm.
was like, "You're an aborigine." You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
Martin Luther King, he never liked the term black because he grew up in that age that our parents where it was disrespectful to call us black.
It was
So he ain't never
disrespectful to
liked it.
talk about
Yeah. So he ain't never
it. Yeah.
liked that. And I was like, so now you start going back to like Frederick Douglass and all these people in 1800s who was trying to use that black shit. You like, then you find out these folk biracial and they mama is a Ashkenazi Jew, and you sitting here
Right.
like, and then the NAACP is ran by Ashkenazi Jews because every president on there is an Ashkenazi Jew, and I'm sitting here like, you niggas,
Everything basically ran by the Jews. Everything ran
yeah.
by the Jews.
So now to keep the children of the Most High down, you gotta control everything and change their history, bury their cities with mud floods, destroy anything that lets you know that this is Shem, this is America's the real old world.
Right. This is the
And
land
they,
of sin.
yep, and then they said, and then I'm gonna tell you something too about the Canaanites. I'm gonna bring on one of my lives. I think I'm gonna do it tonight or maybe Monday night, but they even changed the Canaanites. The Canaanites ain't even from Ham. Just like how they changed us and tried to make everybody dark from Ham, Canaanites is
Mm-hmm.
actually Shem, and they us, and they
But it
dwelled
was
in
a
the
book
tents
that I
of.
was reading though. It's one of my past books that I was reading. How they were talking about when they were consuming. I gotta watch my wording on here. They were consuming the natives on the land and called them Canaanite creatures.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
this was an American. I'm like, y'all eating them with dry bread. Like, what? What?
and
Talking about the
then
Canaanite creature tastes good. Like, what are you
yeah,
talking about?
and
It's like
then
they wrote
and then
everything in these old books.
yeah, and then what they say? They said that Canaan would dwell in the tents of Shem, which is his brother. Okay, Didn't the Moors come over here needing refuge? Because the first refugees was the
They got
Huguenots.
their
Like
side.
so where the first place they come? They come home to the tents of
To
Shem.
family. They came where their family was.
Yeah. Man.
Somebody who would accept them with open arms.
Yeah, because Japhet didn't want you. The Moabites didn't want you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know Esau and the Edomites most definitely didn't want your ass. You know,
They
like,
ain't even
come
nothing to
on,
do with you
come on
because they
home, here,
women
bro.
was loving on them.
So if you a Moor and if you're a Pan African Moor, you got a lot of digging to do because
Yep.
everything leads back here. So technically there's no such thing as an African descent if everything comes from here. You are Pangenian Atlantean descent. Gondwana, West Africa, part of
Who got
America and South
the
America.
oldest Y chromosome?
You know, us over here in the southern regions of America. that Y chromosome 340,000.
Exactly.
We older than modern humans.
That would.
That man said Pan Atlantean. Most definitely. I like that better than Pan African.
I don't know about that one, bro. Somebody said
Pan
we should all
Atlantean.
just mix. I don't know about that one. I like my dominant traits, bro. I like
can't do
having my
that.
big nose.
My grandma could.
I don't want no pointy nose, bro. I like my big nose.
My grandma cussed me out. I ain't even lying.
Like, and they kind of
what you
like
doing?
back in the day. This is what I tripped off of certain stuff that we've been going over and reading, for as like them being fallen angels. But I think everybody does have the DNA. Just some more than others, where they more contaminated. Our grandparents didn't know how to put it in words. They just told you not to mess with them.
Yeah. Cause you know that they be trying to protect the kids' innocence a little bit and not be too harsh. So, you know, I kind of get it. Like, but
What you
real quick,
mean?
just like I
What
told
you
people,
mean,
but
Ghost?
just like I told people real quick, the albinos in India, these folks literally look like your everyday dudes that hire you at your job. And what did I show you? That India and Middle Eastern people are Caucasians. So that umbrella is deep, and these people come in different shades and tones, just like the melanated Anglos. They Caucasians, and they was melanated, and they went against the Moors in Germany. Like,
Robin, I
this
did a
shit deep.
video on that.
Yeah.
I did a video on that, Robin. I think I still got it pinned. It's talking about the Rh negative blood. But yeah, that's something I do believe that it's a mixture of. I don't want to say y'all have to go back through the comments. I think that is part of the fallen angels DNA. It's if you ever read that book, what is that book? Final One on the Earth, the Anunnaki Returns 2022. It talks
Yeah.
about the Greys. And a lot of Greys have been throughout our history. They've been in Samaria. They even have the figurines. I got a bunch of videos on it. Like, they try to say it's fake, but they pulling this stuff out of the ground. Clay figurines of gray aliens, letting you know that they are here. They've been here. China even dug up a tomb of a 15-foot mummy gray alien, huge cranium. So
Man.
I think they touched and tampered with humans and created the wild man. Because they just pulled that video down. I'm kind of upset at that.
Man, hey, they do not want their history to be known. Out of everybody's history that they didn't hid, they hid theirs
They don't. Yep.
first. And people gotta realize that they hid theirs first before they
Yep.
hid yours. So you gotta go way the fuck back on theirs. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
Like,
dig deep.
and for the sensitive people out there, when I mean they, I'm talking about elites and those who are not indentured servants of this time. Because trust me, your indentured servitude is based off your bloodline as well. That's why I say a lot of y'all who hate black folks, y'all related to us and you don't even know it. And a lot of my black folks who hate white folks or Mexican, whatever.
Y'all
You
related.
related to them and you don't know. You got to go back further enough. I made it to the 12th grandfather, and I'm already at 1,000 people, bro. And like, I'm not. You got over 100 more levels to go of your family tree. Like, you ain't even close to done. So you'll be surprised who you're related to. Just like how they got 50th cousins and 30th cousins, we got the same shit.
Hey, but doing this genealogy is so interesting, though, bro. You see how many ancestors you got. Like when you start from just your parents and their parents, that's 4 grandparents right there. And then you do
Multiplies
their
by 4.
parents and their parents. That it doubles every time. So it's like it gets more interesting. And then you see how
Yeah.
many people and how y'all lineage just like branched all the way out. Like
Yep.
everybody is connected somehow. But I will say the ones who can't take sunlight, those are more likely the RH negative blood types.
Yeah, to be political correct
All
on
of
this
them not the
platform.
same. Some of
Right.
them can be in the sun and some of them can't.
And that's why we always said on this live that, if you can tan, technically you are melanated. But if you the
Mm-hmm.
one that gets sunburned, you might want to dig in your family tree, your history, because we ain't
We,
saying this. This
we
is
still got love. We
yeah,
still got love, bro. We don't show no hate. We still got
because a
love,
lot
even
of
though we get mad at them. We fight bicker just like family members. We still be mad at them. You know what I'm
right,
saying? But we gonna still show them love, though.
man. I
They
gotta get
just
some of
they just
this.
brainwashed, bro. They at least got them all brainwashed into this caste system and believing that they're on top. So they're
Man,
gonna
look,
diss their darker brothers and sisters and try to live above the rest.
man, I'm trying to tell you, dog. It's crazy. And there's a lot of new generation kids who don't know this, and their parents hide this information from them too. This is why they get their tails cut off at birth, and they just like they don't say shit. Just it's a family secret type shit. So then, like, if their kids stumble across this truth, they gonna be more pissed off at the parents for not telling them than any one of us who's just reading books, historical facts. You know what I'm saying? Dropping gems. Like, it's a lot of folks who don't know that shit too. You be like, man, crazy. Like, cause my mama used to tell me that the men in the family, we always are born with like an extra pinky and shit. And I was like, that's weird. Why? And then when you look it up, some tribes in America had extra pinkies. That's the only genetic defect that American Indians had, was probably like an extra pinky or some shit like that. Nothing too major. You just write that bitch out, let that motherfucker fall off, and keep it going. But that's probably the tribes who had that. Yeah, that's probably the tribes who had also mixed with the Moors too, though, because the Moors been mixing before they even hit America. So that's
Yep.
probably a genetic chain
We
that
know what they love. That's why they exiled their ass out of Europe. They was taking all their
that's
ladies. they
hey
was changing,
that's
they was changing the color over there.
hey that's why now I look at my brothers who date white women different now. I'm like, man, that's just in your DNA, literally, bro.
Right, that's all it is in your DNA. That's what you like.
That's just
They been
that's in
doing
your
it. They been doing it.
DNA. So now you see these brothers like a brother polite who be getting caught with these white women and shit. You just be like, Pan African Moor. Okay, there you go, right there.
Right.
You know.
I
Technically he's
think
telling
Dr.
the
Umar
truth.
like him too. He just be they
Man,
you know what I'm saying? They be trying to
all of them do.
all of them
Even
do.
Frederick Douglass. All of them. Marcus
Martin Luther
Garvey got
King,
married.
Malcolm
Marcus
X, all
Garvey.
of them.
Marcus
All of them
Garvey
do.
got married. He got married to, was she like a German Scottish person when he went to England, when he went to
Mm-hmm.
college in Berkshire University in England, one of the prestige colleges. And I'm trying to figure out how he, a Jamaican, ended up going there, but we're gonna put that on pause. He marries a white woman first. He ain't even date no sister, and he told the white, it's in his book. He wrote this out his words. He was like, you got me going against all my morals, but I figured that I can sacrifice for you. And I'm sitting here like,
It was a love
oh,
story.
he was in love.
It was a love story.
He was in love.
Yeah, he was in love. Yeah.
Man, for real. I just like, man, and then that shit crazy, dog. And I just like, man, and it's like that with a lot of them. So I just look at them
See?
different, like, hey,
Yeah, a
global.
lot of us do have the blood. A 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 Like I'm reading some of y'all comments. Y'all talking about some of y'all got the RH negative, and I've heard this before. I don't know if they tampered with you or if it was like forced or willingly.
Yeah, because they do a lot with them babies at a young age. When
Mm-hmm.
they giving you a shot that's gonna help the baby when they newborn, you don't know what's in there. You ain't see the ingredients in there or nothing. You know, the mother's tired from pushing. The father's right there with her. If the father's there now, you know, but still, ain't nobody reading what these doctors is shooting up inside these kids when they first come out here. They tell you it's vitamin B. How you know?
Exactly.
You know, come on, like. So these folks been altering genetics for a long time because they've been splicing for like 8,500 years plus.
I would say that's what those damn vaccines are for. It's to keep us sleep,
That's
docile and slow.
and that's what I think that's why exactly what I think the main thing is. This why parents get in trouble when you don't have your kids jabbed up when they go to school and shit like that. Like you'll get in trouble
Right.
for that. Like
We got to use code words because it's just like
yeah,
now they ain't talking about it. How much it's required to work with that jab. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people went out here and got it for no apparent reason, and they about to bring
mm-hmm.
crimes against humanity up on these people in the military tribunals. But I don't get a lot of folks. They don't ask questions, man. Like before I just let somebody put something foreign into my body, I got to ask a lot of questions.
But I'm telling you, and that's one thing I can say that one of the benefits of was being raised Muslim kind of helped me because Muslims don't believe in jabs, so they have a way to get exempt for that. So growing up, I ain't never been jabbed up, and I ain't I've been around people who've been sick, and I just never got sick before, and I'm like, y'all some sickly folks out there, y'all like.
I just accepted a new one, right? And they asked if I had it, and I said, yeah, I got it, knowing I didn't get it. And you can't ask me because of HIPAA law. You can't ask for my card. They don't ask for it now. So when you do, and you already gave me the position, you put yourself in the fryer.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think 2/3 of the world took it, bro.
Ah man.
And it talks about that in the Bible. 2/3 gotta go.
And I think that, and I always had this idea that before these folks go, because we know that they on the brink of extinction, they was gonna take folks with them. It's
Of
like
course.
it's like a suicide bomber. Everybody gotta go. So like, man, whew, that shit crazy.
It's hot out here.
Ah yeah, boy, that thing turned up out here. It hit like 98 at 10 o'clock today. Yep. I was like, shit.
2/3.
Yeah, I think they did that. So now a lot of them don't even care about getting caught now. They done got sloppy now. They don't even care no more. Like they done probably hit their quarter. And we talking about 2/3 as a global population. We ain't talking about America. That's global. So you gotta think about globally how many people then got that. Them folks done hit that.
Yeah.
Whew. So yeah, I had an extra pinky.
Hey, Kenny Johnson, you ain't never lying on that one, buddy. We gonna see. Because the earth is doing her due diligence right now, trying to clean it up. That's why she got a fever. When your body produces a fever, it's trying to kick that virus out your body. It's overheating your body to kick them out. So if it's overheating on the earth and you don't like heat, what does that tell you?
Yep. And Earth is alive. Earth is your mama. She is alive. And the sun is your father. And he's helping. So the sun's electromagnetic field is connecting with Earth's electromagnetic field. Everything's rising. All the children of the sun and Earth is waking up. That's why they declare war on a lot of folks, because information is out here. It's to the point where it's come to a point where you can read so much information till you can just now think and just know shit. You be like, bro, I bet this what they doing. From the shit that I read, history didn't repeat itself. I know just what they gonna do next.
Yeah, Goonie, this ain't really a color issue, bro. We talking to everybody right now.
Ah, yeah, we talking about everybody, bro. We don't do that.
We just breaking some knowledge, bro. That's we ain't gonna separate them because we got enough division right now going on anyway. And I'm starting to wake up even more and see some Native Americans or family, even though they were
Yeah.
being hella cruel and mean to us. It two wrongs ain't gonna make it right. So
Nah,
somebody got to be the
man.
bigger person.
That's why, man. A lot of people gotta take their emotions out of this stuff. Like, even though shit like this is emotional, but you gotta take your emotions out of it because your emotions cloud your judgment and your comprehension. You don't think clear when you all emotional. This why boxers, they don't get mad when they box. They calm because a level head is everything. So I was like,
Miss Mac, you always welcome. I
oh yeah,
told you, Miss Mac, you hella cool.
man, Miss Matt been on here for like she been fucking with us for like a
She
year or
been with us
something.
forever since the beginning.
Yeah, I had a low cut when she tapped in.
Right, your hair
For
wasn't even
real.
that long.
Nah, man. So yeah. So those who get it, get it. Those who don't, man, I hope you get it sooner or later. 'Cause,
Because right now, the way I think of it, bro, the way and how much technology we have, there's no way that everybody should be working super hard like they slaves, bro. We got enough technology that'll work for us. We have enough, ideas and inventions where we can have free
uh-huh.
energy. We don't have to consume the earth's blood, oil. You
No.
can leave that lady alone. Let her be. Let her continue to take care of the world. Quit draining her blood, making money off
Mm-hmm.
her blood. Like it don't make sense. We got
Man.
batteries, we got sunlight, we got everything that'll make us be just this in harmony family, bro. The
Yup.
most work we'll probably do is like farming, farming,
That's
organic foods.
and technically, when you think about it, that's all we really did for real. Like farms. That's all we
And in
did.
the community, everybody, if we built a big enough house, right? Everybody could have their own house. It just takes
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of labor. You'll
That's
just
it.
have a neighbor down the street. You will be bartering for food.
That's it.
Food. That's it.
It just takes a little bit of work to unite. It takes a little bit of work to unite, but it takes less work than what you putting in getting somebody else rich. Let that
And it
dwell.
ain't even hard to form, bro. It ain't hard to form. Because once you start to see your fruits and vegetables, man, you're going to be feeling like so accomplished. Like, look, I did that. We about to eat
Man,
that. I did that.
I'm telling you, bro, I grew my first plants for the first time. One was a strawberry plant just to see if I can grow it indoors because I was in an apartment then. I just want to see if I can grow it indoors, and I did. Like, yeah, you feel me?
Again.
Yeah, you showed me. Hey, your
Again.
things done popped up since the last time I seen them. But I wanted to just try this indoor growth. So I was like, let me try some strawberries real quick. So I did strawberries indoor because, and I grew it. It was organic strawberries, grew
It's
indoor.
more safe.
Yeah, I did that. And I
Because
ain't
you
have
ain't
to
got to
worry
worry
about
about them dropping them chemicals on your food. You know what I'm saying? They still trying to poison us every which way,
yup.
trying to shorten our
And then
lifespans.
I'm trying to tell you. And then I grew a second plant. You feel me? Indoors, away from the chemicals out there. That thing hit like water, bro. I promise you, it tastes like water. I was like, damn, bro. And it was like pure shit. I was like, man. Like, so even if folks was living inside apartments and stuff, you can still have a garden. You know what I'm saying? You can still
Exactly.
have a garden. There's still, and then I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. There's a reason why collecting rainwater is illegal. Think about that. You're collecting nature is illegal.
Right. Something that
I,
gives
I,
back to you.
I'm talking about the natural rain, the rain that you can smell a miles away before it hit, and that
Exactly.
mystery
Not
rain
that
that pop
seeded
up.
brain.
Yeah, I ain't talking about that mystery rain that pop up. You be like, why is it raining? It's clear skies.
The,
I ain't talking about that. Go on,
the
let that shit go.
styrofoam snowballs.
Yeah. But that natural rain, it's illegal to collect that. You gotta ask yourself why. If it's coming
Mm-hmm.
straight from the sky, that's like the
It
purest
has more.
form,
It
right?
has more minerals in it. It's more minerals in the rainwater. Like I would rather have rainwater than the faucet water. The way I
Yeah.
had my garden set up, I have it set up to where it's like on the edge of a hill. So all the water that has to run down that hill is collecting more of the minerals out the grass and going into the garden. It made my
Yep.
fruits and vegetables super big.
Yep. And we used to have well water because well water's got a lot of minerals because you right there inside the earth where the water is at because the water's below. and there's waters above. There's waters inside Earth, and that water is most definitely good too. A lot of
That's why
Amish
all
people
of us
still drink well water.
we got to be on the same frequency, bro. We got to be on the same note where everybody has to wake up and understand, why do we have to pay to live on a place that we are born and everything is free?
Shit been free all the way up until the 1600s. Let that shit dwell in.
You know what I'm saying? Free.
There wasn't no homeless people until the 1600s. Go on, let that sit in real quick.
It was a video I was watching earlier. They was talking about how these rich people go out here and try to buy these shoes. But they was playing a prank on them. All the shoes was from Payless, right? They was like, "Oh, I spent $400 or $500 on those." I'm like, "They gone out here, bro." And she's like, "Well, what if I told you they were Payless shoes?" She's like, "What?"
Their whole face dropped.
She's like, "What?" She's like, "Oh man." That's how they got them, though. They thinking materials is life, and it's not. We a corporation, of course we gotta pay. Nah, we ain't gotta pay if we wake up, bro. We gotta get out this corporation. And that's why I think, Don, that's why I think we do have the birth certificates and all those stocks and bonds and that, and they push our life expectancy, to be quicker, shorter.
All right, for those who don't know, reheat the live cut, so we back at it. Hey D, if you back in the comments, bro, go ahead and tap back in, bit out. You know how my phone do. We in the car with it today. I gotta shut my door. Hold on, y'all. Shut my door. I'm saying, anyone know this, man? I could put my main channel up here. Hold on. I can post it real quick. If you haven't tapped, this is the main page. If y'all want to go ahead and tap into it. Dope gems, we all illuminated by the high power. You feel me? I appreciate that. Authenticate your birth certificate, become a national. The elite system. If all the stores were to fail and close, most of the world would starve because everyone depend upon. Yup. Chill will. That's what they want though. That's what they want. It's like in a roundabout way, you're self-destruct without them. We done took your independence away. So even when shit fails, y'all mess around and start eating each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy.
Yeah. As soon as we start talking about freeing ourselves, that's when they start messing with the live.
Hey man, look.
Want to mess with the live. Soon we talking about growing food and building houses for each other.
You know they don't want that self-governance out there. That's that COINTELPRO document. For those who don't know, you can go to archives.org, pull up the COINTELPRO program, go and read it for yourself. It's a real live document. They don't want you to be self-determined. Literally.
Nope.
They tell you that. And it's declassified. They ain't got no problem telling you that. Because they didn't indoctrinate you for so long.
Archives.org. They put it in the archives because they don't want y'all to look at it.
Yep. I'm trying to tell you.
So when people be coming on our profiles and they tell me, you guys don't know what you're talking about, and we going through the archives, we going through the real deal, the real books.
Bro,
they don't want y'all to wake up. They got them indoctrinated to the 25th hour.
But I'm telling you, we be doing hella reading. And I'm like, in the main source, I tell people, like, where's your sources? I'm like, bro, go to the CIA vault, bro. These folks don't care. They'll tell you. They have to tell you.
Robin, it's a long process.
Yeah. So the key is like, when we say that it's hidden, that means it's out there, but it's hidden from you because you don't know where to look. But it's out there, though. The truth is, it's hidden in plain sight all day.
Hidden in plain sight.
Because if I indoctrinate you and I dumb you down and I get you on a 6th grade educational level, you know what I'm saying?
Goonie funny, dog.
Like you not gonna comprehend quantum. You not gonna comprehend quantum physics, and your spirit and your soul is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So like this is why they want you down. So now if you on this 6th grade level and you don't comprehend that quantum physics and your soul is the same thing, therefore you disconnected from spirituality because yet you won't believe. You won't believe it's real. You won't believe in what magic really is, and you do it every day. You know.
Peace, God. I was gonna type it. Peace, God. EG, what's going on, bro?
Shit was getting real.
Yeah, hey, y'all follow Evergreen too, man, because he be dropping some gems.
Evergreen be dropping gems, man. Evergreen in here, what's happening, big dog?
He's a good teacher.
Ah, man, I'm telling you. Hey, we out here. There's a lot of them out here.
Yeah, he breaks it all the way down for you so you can understand. And he's going to ask you questions to make you answer them so you can have better understanding. Because our people today don't ask the right questions. They don't ask the right questions. They ask questions, they just don't ask the right questions.
Yeah. And that's why I tell people to, like, Google is a search engine. For those who like to clown people, we get that from Google. Google is a search engine. So depending on how you word when you put it in there, it's gonna spit it out. So if you want to ask like who are Caucasian people, you're gonna get the everyday, ordinary, mainstream answer. But if you ask a question like, are India people Caucasians? Then you're going to get what I just pulled up. Predominantly, all Indian people is Caucasoid. And they're going to show you all these damn pictures. You're going to be like, God damn. Mm-hmm. It's artificial intelligence. It's made to dig and pull whatever you ask it to do.
And they didn't program it to lie.
And that's where that phrase, be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. So, like, you got to...
That's feelings.
For real. It's a search engine. You can find everything. Shit, you gotta go to Google to get the archives.org. You know what I'm saying? So, or you got
925. You're right. They are searching for bloodlines. They definitely are. Blackstone, Black Rock. They searching for bloodlines. That's why California want to separate people by their lineage. They're trying to find out something. They want to find out who's got the heirs to the land.
Because it's getting close to that time. Yeah. It is that time, and it's getting close to that time. They got to know who's who, what's going to happen, because these specific people going to wake up. 9 times out of 10, y'all, it's us in the conscious community. I'm just going to be real.
Exactly.
we got
royal descendant bloodlines running in America right now, like King George II and King George. They had kids. They are looking for these people right now.
Yeah.
They exiled them out of England, Scotland, all of Europe. Most of these kings got exiled out. Now they looking for their relatives. They're looking for all their ancestors just so they can squash the bloodline.
Mm-hmm. And hey, look, I'm telling you, genealogy, you better know where you're coming from so you can know why they coming for you.
We providing all these documents and all this proof, and they're like, oh, that's pseudo. But then you'll hear them say, oh, we was kings. They was making fun of us. not actually knowing that we actually still are royal descendants.
Because that's blood. You bloodly inherited these lots.
Yeah.
You know, that's why you came from the soil. That's why everybody couldn't have came from Africa, because somebody had to come from the lot of Europe. Somebody had to come from the lot of North and South America. Like, these are bloodlines. That's why you got the
Yeah.
Inca Empire, and then that's why you got the Turtle Island Empire. You know,
Yeah.
we the same tribes, but we different. You know what I'm saying? So this why a lot of tribes in America gonna look different. We not gonna have the same shade. We ain't gonna have the same features or whatever. But for us Southern
Jennifer Johnson.
folks, and for us Southern folks and ancestors who come from the South, we closer than you think. So gonna
I
put a
said
gem in that.
royal descendants. I didn't say everybody was kings and queens. See, y'all take it overboard.
Yeah, just royal descendants. And royal descendants don't just mean kings and queens. You could be royally a priest or priestess. You could be an ancient shaman. Your
Exactly.
person could be, your people could be a philosophist. Those of us who like to get on here and teach and preach, philosopher. You know, you alchemist. You know what I'm saying? Like, what people don't know is that kings literally had to talk and get orders from the priest. The priest and the priestess actually ran everything because they controlled the information, the books, the laws. They knew the history, they knew the alchemy, they knew everything. So the kings and queens would come to them. The shamans are very important.
$745 a gram, Cameron. They using it for electrical, weapons, defense mechanisms. They using it for everything. But the big question is, where are you getting it from?
Oh, right. Uh-oh.
I don't think it's synthetically made in a lab. They're actually they getting a real deal. So where you getting it from?
Oh, yeah, they need that organic material. You feel me? They need that organic material. And
Shalom, Yasserala.
And nobody Amber Alert's been ringing, and over 1 million children becoming missing a year. Melanin technology, electromagnetic. Come on, y'all. Like, you know.
Hey, you ever seen American Horror Story season 10 with Valiant Thor on there?
Nope, I stopped at season 5 on American Horror Story.
They was talking about him in that book. They was talking about Valiant Thor in the Anunnaki book. And in the show, it just kind of, breaks it all the way down and give you a visual of what you were reading. When they presented technology to the government, he opened up the suitcase and guess what it looked like? A cell phone. He said, this is the future. So now we got a little bitty computer, pocket size, handheld in our pockets.
Man, and this why, hey, this is why a lot of, like, I don't know if anybody ever heard it, but when they was talking about everybody was getting chipped, the mark of the beast in the hand, on the head, and stuff like that. It's the phones. You have the phone in your debit hand, and you have it in your head. The phone, yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Look, the day they start putting that little thing right there in the chip, you've been chipped.
It's a chip.
You've been chipped.
Yep.
And you gave them your rights to be chipped because you had to sign terms and agreements to get this, and you ain't read it. Just like these rappers don't read contracts, and
Nope.
I can't talk shit because I did.
Except when you accepting an app on the phone, you just like, man, I ain't finna read no 23 pages. Accept.
And that's what they get, bro. That's why they make them pages so damn long and your attention span is low because they know you're not gonna read it.
They're like, man, you're gonna accept it. They're all gonna accept it. I'd be like, allow this time. Ask me always.
Yo, ask me always. I'll let you know tomorrow.
Right. If I do it again, ask me again. I ain't giving no type of permissions. None.
For real. Hey, TikTok was lucky. I gave him a little permission, like, just because I need this platform real quick. Let me go ahead, go ahead and start it up. But they still ain't got my phone number for real. They still try to get my phone number. They'll be like, you sure you don't want to link your contacts and your phone number? I'm like, nah, I'm good. My email's good enough.
They want to link my phone number, and they want to link my Facebook profiles. I'm like, why would you want to do all that? That's too much information for you. That's too much data. You don't need all of that.
You ain't
Just
even
keep it
connected to
basic.
Facebook. That's weird.
Yeah, you can. Though, yes, you can. I don't. When I log in, I don't use my phone number. I use my email.
Yeah, I use my email too. But you know, if you got a phone that takes your thumbprint, technically these folks got your thumbprint too.
They got it.
So
Yeah, they got it.
they got us. They got us with these phones. They got us with these phones, though. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, and it only
Shit.
activates. It activates by electrical signals. So the heartbeat pumps out like 12 BTUs a minute. That's how they activate inside the bloodstream.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yes.
Ooh.
Frequency went off, and the guy picked up the phone. Ah, yeah, hey. Your electromagnetic field is real. If you haven't believed it, that's why I say get into quantum physics hard. Because technically, quantum physics deal with you. Your electromagnetic field causes the lights to flicker. It causes your phone to overheat sometimes, especially if you've been outside in the sun and you've been soaking up the sun. As melanin soaks sun and it emits sun radiation gamma rays, like you do a lot. You ain't just my skin just dark. I just want to imitate that for the ones in the back who like to call themselves black. Your skin ain't just black, boy. Your skin soak up sun and it emits the sun just like trees.
Spectrum of
Soaks the
light.
sun. Photosynthesis, exactly. Soaks the sun, emits oxygen. Come on, like, and all type of other stuff. Your melanin do a lot. So when you say 700 per gram, you worth more than fucking gold. And if these people going to war behind gold, what they doing behind you? What did the dude with the funny mustache in Germany say? America got the jewels.
Got the jewels of the most high.
You worth more than jewelry. So I'm just saying, like, who
Melanin
these
worth
people go
$745 a gram.
and they going to war over what? What they say? God mean? What it says? What they say that the acronym is gold, oil, diamonds is the definition of God or something like that. I
God or
forgot how
something
they
like that.
worded.
I know what you're talking about. I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. It's on the tip of my tongue too.
So now, if your melanin is worth more than all three of those things that they listing, they going to war over there. Like, I'm like, damn, this
Not
silent
gold,
war.
oil,
This
dollar. It's
like,
gold, oil, and something else.
man, yeah,
Diamonds,
like.
probably diamonds.
Like these silent weapons for quiet wars is real, man. And this is why I download that book and I'm really trying to push that hard. Like I need people to go check out them videos. Like I know it's gonna go over a lot of people's head, but I hope sooner or later they catch on because they've been doing these
There you
silent
go.
weapons for this quiet
She
war for a
got it.
minute.
She got
Yeah.
it. I don't say it because we on TikTok, but you got it. That's it.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. You worth more than all that. Even those of us who can actually tan, your melanin is worth something too. This why your kids come up missing too. Those who can
Yeah,
tan, you
everybody
got
got
melanin.
melanin.
You
Everybody.
you just brought your melanin to the surface. That's all you do when you tan. You just bring your melanin into the surface because it's laying
Right, you
dormant.
just cooked it out of
So you
yourself.
your shit worth something too. That's why I said they put that colorism on us to divide and conquer. And the kids suffer when the adults beef. Better wake up.
Mm-hmm.
For real. Man.
Let
I've
me
been
go
getting the
through.
raw papers. Oh, they like these. They taste nasty. Trying to download our consciousness and subconscious now. Man, look. Y'all better stay away from that virtual reality. Y'all better leave that virtual reality alone. Don't mess with that metaverse. You feel me? You know what I'm
I
saying?
might, I might just have to say it. I really don't allow my son to play with it. I've never played it. You know the what is it? The Oculus.
Yep.
It's Bluetooth. Your phone is emitting EMF. That's radiation. So if any object or any device that requires Bluetooth is emitting radiation, you got Bluetooth ear pods. You sticking them in your ear. That's the closest thing to your brain.
Yup, I'm guilty. And I don't even be
You
trying to
better off
have them in that
getting
long.
headphones with a cord. You know what I'm
That's the
saying?
thing. These new phones now they don't even have that. Everything's either 5G or Bluetooth. This is why I'm hesitant to update. Cause when I update, it's bro, the next phone after this is no cord plug in, no none of that. Like straight 5G. On this phone, I still can go from like 4G to 5G if I want to, but they done slow 4G down so damn slow. You don't even want to operate on it. You be like, take
Right.
an hour just to load a 3-minute video. You be like, come on, man.
You got to buy a bunch of adapters.
Yes, and that's what I was thinking, because they do got the adapters for where the charger go in there. But you know, what if you got to charge your phone and you need to put them things in you be, man, these folks making it hard.
Come on, y'all,
But
give
it's
my
all
boy
by
likes
design.
up.
It's all by design, though.
Let me get like 100
Most
tap.
definitely.
100 tap from all y'all on the screen.
I gotta break out my tablet. I start tapping my own stuff too. I'm a fan of me, like I'm a fan of everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody who drops gems.
I think the corded headphones, like they beat louder than the Bluetooths.
Yeah, they do. Most definitely. O in here, what's happening, O? O be at
Alito,
work 24/7.
ain't nothing wrong with it. Got to get that bread.
Man, hey, you gotta play the game to win.
Yep, got to play the game.
Get my brother on here. What you mean?
Because everybody ain't gonna wake up at the same time. We trying to slowly wake everybody up.
What's up, O? What you up to?
I'm here with Mom Dukes. I'm in the midst of moving, guys.
Hey. Okay. I just had to get you on here one time. You know, got to catch you while you on.
Hey, you already know, bro. They keep me in the I did.
Yeah.
Hey, mama.
Oh man, that's what's up.
I thought me and my mama looked like, boy. You and your mama look just alike.
Hey, Ryan, see me.
Most definitely.
I got the same skin tone and shit. I'm riding with both
niggas. Hey, we come in all shades, man. That's what we trying to tell people.
Copper color races.
For real.
What y'all weather like that? What y'all weather like there down there? Oh.
Shit, rolling with the air conditioner on right
now. Okay, it's hot then.
Man,
anytime y'all check that on this hot, it's like 92 up here all sun.
Look, they say it's 96 here, but it feels like 100. I was like, then it's 100. I don't know what you talking about. But
if I start sweating, that's what it feel like.
It's 100, man. Quit playing.
Hey, he was tripping when y'all, because we were in the live watching you guys earlier, right? You blew up when y'all both were talking about the liquor store on every corner, and we right there on the West Strip, with every liquor store on it.
The interesting thing is, I had just said, you know what, Jay? I said, oh my God, it just caught me that when they say that the Indians and the fire water, you know how that whole thing is? Oh my fucking God, they were talking about us. Look at this, liquor store, everything.
We right in the middle of the hood. Right in the middle of the hood when y'all talking about that.
Yeah. And here's the funny thing about it. Before, they used to ban American Indians from drinking alcohol because it would make them crazy. But after they got us indoctrinated, now they legalized the alcohol prohibition. So now we can get drunk and destroy our own folks and do everything and destroy ourselves. And it's been going on for a while. It's chess. They playing chess. So we gotta play chess too.
Yep. Gotta play chess.
That's why I encourage people, like, if your family's known for having a history of alcoholism, that's your demon to battle. Once you get rid of that, you break that generational curse, and now your kids will be blessed and do better in the end. And everybody have their own, and it's deep like that. These folks is real
Yeah,
smart when they studied
but
us.
they know how to play the long game. We don't know how to play the long game, bro. We know how to play the right now game, but that long game we got to get better at.
It's because that survival mode that we into. That survival mode is I gotta be up. I gotta get. You just always moving. But
Yep,
once you, this why our community got come back to the love vibration as we was, because when we was in that love era of times, like back in the 60s, 70s, 50s, we had more patience with one another. The village could actually take care of the kids when the other parents was gone. You know what I'm saying? And it was just the love. It was that tribe. And they
Mm-hmm.
when they broke up the household, they broke up the tribe, and that's what they knew.
Yeah,
The power was the
that's
family.
right. Because you know what?
Got to
Because
put that
that's what I'm
love back in.
finding. Yeah, because that's what I'm finding. The reason I moved back to my hometown, which is California, LA, and I was in my retirement in Mexico. I was kind of like done. I moved out of the state because I was just so frustrated from what I was seeing and what was going on with our people. And so I realized it really wasn't our people to us. It really wasn't our people. It was people pretending to be us that they're putting up with
Mm-hmm.
all this stuff. I'm thinking, what happened to the people we were? And then after I realized that it wasn't us, so anyways, I decided that I wanted to come back to my neighborhood. And now that I'm back, I'm so excited that I'm speaking to everyone trying to talk to everyone and they're looking at me like I'm crazy. But I'm looking
Hey,
at the
hey,
shit.
oh, turn your air down. Your air hitting
Uh,
your mic. Turn your air down. Your air hitting the mic. It's blowing through your mic. That's why it's drowning y'all out.
Okay.
is that better?
Can you hear us now?
Yep, there you go.
Okay,
All right.
sorry about that. But no, I was saying now that we moved back to the neighborhood, I wanted to move to a neighborhood where there were depots. We still own stuff, and we're in the stores and things like that. And so since I moved back and we moved to our new place, I'm like speaking to everyone, trying to chat with everyone, and they look at me like I'm crazy because I'm trying to embrace our people.
She's good.
Mm-hmm.
We used to always have this kind of attitude with each other. And so when somebody is warm and speak to you, you're thinking like, what the hell is going on? Because you're used to that. That's what I'm thinking since I came back here from my neighborhood.
Man,
And I be catching
Oh,
yeah.
myself.
Majesty, she good. She good on Majesty.
Yeah, and then my son go, Mom, what we go, why are you speaking to them? What do you mean why I'm speaking to them? Like I'm supposed to speak to them. What do you think?
Because my anxiety be up. I be like, I don't know if there's more here. I be telling everybody else,
Yeah, you speak to everyone. What are you talking about?
whatever. See y'all. We tell Holly, tell everybody.
Oh, yes, right there.
Oh, yeah.
I real wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But and everybody's waking up on time. You
Yes.
know, and everybody
But that's
doing their part.
what we got to start then. Since I'm on you now, I'm gonna have to bring up the fact of certain people speaking or creating narratives or doing duets with certain individuals like yourselves that ain't working on their genealogy. Or they can't tell me they seven grandma want to get their feelings wrong. Like, hey, my nigga, what bloodline is you? So if you can't tell me your bloodline, like the Holy Ghost, like the Holy G's, and you can't tell me what genocide you may be a part of, like that's nothing to be proud of, to be honest with you. But if you can't tell me and the homies at this point where you fit in, or if you really a family member, or really a top dog creep, are you really one of the homies? I'm speaking on shit.
Man,
Right.
that's
Oh,
for
hey,
real.
oh, we showing ours. You know what I'm saying? We showing them. We showing them
We
all our
all
proof.
day.
They have not
Yeah.
yet produced not one document.
That go for
And
our people in
like
our community too.
Yeah, them too.
and I'm
Work,
right,
bro.
and I'm so confident, when I show mine. Like I'll show you the Puritan folk who came from England, and I'll show you the Eastern Band Cherokee and the Blackfoot. Like when they tell you the
Mm-hmm.
Pilgrim story, they just talking about more melanated people. Yeah, so I'm like,
What's the lady, even with the Naya lady? Well, the lady that when I put my birth certificate up, and the lady that I guess if you say, we were kind of like debating or whatever. And originally, when I asked her what's on your birth certificate, she said Hispanic or Spanish on your birth certificate. And I said, oh, that's odd. So that's when I posted my birth certificate. I said, I changed both. I said, Tuesday, grandmother, see a lot of, right? So I keep this on there.
That's what, to be honest with you, that's what broke a lot of stuff, y'all. If we would have collectively really just us, we all got our papers like we most everybody else. And do that,
Hey,
like, what do
try to back out and come back in. We trying to see something. Y'all's going in and out.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out who's there. That's why I stepped out my car. So that's me.
Look, send Los another request. Let's see what's going on. Because I don't know if it's your air. Because if your air blowing in the mic, it could reduce your noise reduction or whatever. But you'll hear that air over y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And we know y'all spitting some good gems too.
Man.
Because she talking about the birth certificates.
Yup.
can y'all hear us better now?
Yup.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. There we go. Let me turn this around. I know this person don't know this. Like,
Who in Thailand though?
huh?
Who in Thailand?
Oh, man.
Yeah, mom's definitely spitting them gems.
Yeah, yeah, she was talking about the birth certificate. Y'all hear the birth certificate she was talking about?
Yeah, just drive safe, fam. Whatever you do.
Oh, yeah.
So you know, we still got all of us still got to link up. We got to be there in one piece. We all
Yes,
gonna link up.
yes.
Oh, definitely.
Like, it's serious. It's time to put like I'm about boots on the ground.
Yeah, that's her.
That's
That's
I'm about
right. That's
I'm
right.
about boots on the ground. You know what? And my skill is I will bug the shit out of you with letters. I write a lot of letters. I'll be phone. I go up and
That, when she wrote that ACLU letter and they sent her that letter back and said they were like, we don't have the resources to help you.
yeah,
I
they
was
know.
like, what,
Yeah,
bruh?
yeah, they know.
They straight wrote her and said that they don't have the resources to help us, bruh. To all of us. They
It's
said they
not just
can't.
a
You
resource.
talking
They
about
don't want.
on that ACLU
Uh-huh.
letter on the ACLU letter?
Yes. Everyone
Yeah, I
that's
remember that one. Yeah, I remember that.
well, you know what? But I have sent them several letters. I sent them, I sent the NAACP.
Yeah.
I was reaching out to so many people because when I first found out, I was mad as hell. And I was like, wait a minute. And I was like reaching everyone trying to say, what the fuck? We need help. Nobody's, know what's going on. Of course they know what's going on. No one's saying anything. They're trying to hide it. And so finally the ACLU wrote me back after they did that settlement. Remember that settlement that they had with the Mexicans?
Mm-hmm.
And and they won all that money for them, and they were not even legal.
We were trying to use the same formula. This is the thing that makes it weird. Why can't y'all use the same formula that y'all got their money for, homie, and use the same formula with our stuff? It's difficult.
Yeah.
You trying to make it complex.
Right.
Take that same, whatever narrative you use, get them paid, bro. Get my folks paid,
Man.
though.
And so I wrote several. I wrote letters to the Los Angeles area, to the San Diego area, to the Hollywood, whatever. I was sending everyone letters, right? Didn't hear anything. But when I sent that last email going off about what they did for the illegals, I got a response right away. And I was like, oh no. I was like, because I added them a complaint that I sent to the United Nations. I also added their asses to the complaint, the ACLU to my complaint to the United Nations, because they did all that to help illegals. But when I asked for help, nothing. They have the resources.
The hell?
What's up, sis? How you doing?
See ya. That's it.
Oh,
T.
That was good. I don't even know who that
Hey.
was. That was a random number calling.
Where's your hair?
Somebody in Utah.
Looking like yours?
That's the first thing I said. What the hell is his head?
Tia.
If it ain't the chalk, don't try it.
Yes, hi.
I
Over there
just want to
just
start
being
over. That's all.
ruthless.
Nothing wrong with it, man.
I have to pick
I
with your
had
son
to
because he
start
get on
over.
here and act every bit of chalk though.
She said, what'd you say?
There's a whole tribe on her.
Yes, hi,
Yeah.
Tia.
When he get on here, your son act every bit of the chalked out that he is.
She said I'm really good at because
Yes.
I'm aggressive because I got too much passion. I let folks be
Man.
there. They can
Saying
talk to
hi.
me. I'm ready to punch them shit out.
How beautiful.
Is she with you? Yeah.
I can't hear her.
Maybe she can't hear you.
She get,
You can't hear it?
now can you hear me? Y'all ain't got the phone through the speakers, do it? Because if you driving with the phone through the speakers on live, it do that.
That's probably what it
Oh,
is. Do your regular speakerphone.
Yeah, let me take it off. Is that better?
Yeah.
Oh, that's super clear.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all
hold
super
on.
clear.
There we go. Here.
Hi, beautiful.
Wait till you come back up there. He gonna look just like mom.
All right. Can you hear me, Tina?
I hear you.
Hi. I said, hi, beautiful.
Hey, sexy, how you doing, gorgeous?
Okay. Pleasure meeting you. I heard a lot about you.
What your son done said?
Oh, all, all positive, of course. Your family.
We is gonna get a spell.
We walk in and
Now, when y'all strolled past my lap that first time, that young lady y'all heard talking, she is a sovereignty consultant, and she has been teaching people how to do stuff without going through the government.
Oh,
oh
nice.
yeah.
Who's that on your
She
life?
really don't.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Hold on, I'm finna come out and come back in.
Okay. Oh, this is yes, the 996. Let me get up.
Yeah, y'all. We all got to get up for real. We all got to like meet
Yeah,
somewhere. Cause there's a
that's
whole
what I'm
bunch of
saying. That's
us.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, but that shit gonna be a beautiful ass thing. But my thing is, before we, like I said, me and others gonna have to frontline and sort out and do some in-house cleaning before this meet and greet because I ain't trying to meet and greet with certain niggas.
Bro, he stepped away from the live. He the only one can let you in.
So yeah, I ain't trying to meet and greet with certain people. So we gonna have to clean the house a little bit more before we do this thing. But it's
I
certain
started my
individuals.
journey with Amir in my first two profiles. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you got something good to say too.
Excuse me if I'm walking back and forth. I'm getting my child's car seat together. you know.
Oh, handle your business, bro. That's that daddy time. Go on, do you.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I get everything. I be forgetting stuff
Yeah, I'm gonna
sometimes.
go out because the echo and tell them to bring me back in.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, we gonna have a wild cookout, boy.
I need her. Oh yeah, I need to go and get her some snacks. Shit, that shit go
Yeah,
ahead and
that's
jump
what
on
gonna be
me.
it, bro. Saying when everything finally comes together and we end up really hashing out these things. But my thing, like I was gonna say, was me retouching on the fact of, you know what I mean, us pointing out, and it's I don't want to mention no names yet, but that's what because I want to make sure that we still making it clear that we're not trying to exclude anybody. We're not trying to make anybody feel a certain type of way about what they do find out when they do go down this road of knowledge on their genealogy. So make sure, you know what I mean, as in we already put it out there, as in whatever you find out, don't be ashamed. Do not be ashamed. Do not be motherfucking upset. Do not be none of the above what you find out. If you're a regular Indian, you're a regular Indian. You get what I'm
Man, I'm
saying? It
trying
is
to
what
tell
it is.
you.
I mean, everybody's not gonna be royalty. Take it so we can collectively heal.
That's how
And
me and
then
Mr. Coolbird linked up. He
and
he
then my
he was
thing is
looking at
this.
my records.
And then
He
my
was
thing
looking.
is this. Don't nobody have authority to tell you how indigenous you are. Like it don't even like if it's in your records, it's in your records. Like you see me, I done pulled up dudes who was England who ran to the Indians. I was like, wow, okay. I
Exactly.
mean, whatever the history was between them, that was on them. I wasn't there, but it's nice to know what makes me me. You know,
Thank
at
you,
the end
bro.
of the day.
Simple. Move
Like,
on, my nigga. And move on. That ain't got nothing to really
Hey,
do
you
with
should
right
have
now
two
as you as
requests,
a
Los.
person, bro.
You got two requests. Two people trying to come in. I think.
Yeah, yeah. Tia trying to come back. Yeah.
I'm back out. I'm sorry.
mhm.
Who is it now? The young lady that was on my live, if y'all was on there earlier, she is telling you how to go
Yeah,
back to the old way of living without the birth certificate, without the social security card, without all the
yeah,
bullshit the government giving.
exactly. But see, we gonna
She
do
is
this
a
how we gonna
sovereignty
do it right
consultant.
now. Not to cut you off here, but as in for my man, what's up, my boy? My
Peace
boy
and
Amir.
love. How
We
my
cool,
Yeah.
man.
Indians doing? How
Ah,
my
man, we
Negroes
cool.
doing out here?
We
We
cooling,
good, we
man. You
good.
know.
Hey,
I am
you
African
do,
American.
but you do know, hey, my G, hey, Amir, you do know this ain't your land, though, right, bro?
I'm
Because you be
sorry, I didn't
claiming
hear
I
you.
see your page. Yeah, I see you say this your land. You know this ain't your shit, right?
I didn't hear you, brother.
No, but I be seeing that shit on your page, my nigga. You switch it up when you go to different shit, though. And your page got like 4 or 5 things on there talking about this Morris land, my nigga. This ain't your shit, bro.
This is what?
You heard me, my nigga. This ain't your shit.
You said it ain't your shit.
I can't hear him. I'm sorry, man. Yeah,
You
yeah, I
talking
do
to
got a
your
whole bunch of
Wait a
forehead,
minute,
brother?
Indians
friend,
here.
what happened?
No, this is he one of the ones that be talking about this is Morris land, but he probably don't know his seventh grandma.
Oh
Me?
Lord.
Yeah, on the
Who is
Uh,
ancestors,
that?
my nigga. Who is you, bro? Because I don't like your page talking about this Morris land, nigga. You need to clarify that
That's
shit right now.
fine. So we're going. We can't just agree to disagree
Ain't
and
no
I was
disagreeing to
getting dressed.
disagree
My
to
fault.
nothing, my nigga. Either you gonna stand your ground, either you gonna stand your ground and you gonna leave this motherfucking live saying this is Morris land, or you gonna fucking ride the wave and be honest
Friend.
and say this ain't your land, nigga.
Oh,
It's
uh,
okay.
simple, bro. We're not doing that back and forth. Oh, we gonna get
The
into it.
Choctaw coming out of
it's
Is
okay.
this your shit or not, nigga? Is this Morris land or not, nigga?
You said a Choctaw coming out of him.
So
Because I don't
yeah,
like that
the
shit.
Choctaw coming out of I'm telling
Moorish
This
you.
ain't
just
this ain't
means
his
dark
shit.
skinned peaceful person, family. You
This
know.
nigga
And,
deflecting, nigga. Answer the question, bro.
what was the
Y'all,
question?
we
What was
gonna
the
be
question?
Is this Morris land? Yes or no?
Hell yeah, this is Moorish land.
Then get
America
the fuck
means
off the
land of the
live. Hit
Moors.
this nigga, Los.
It
Nigga,
means
what the
land
fuck
of the
is wrong with
Moors.
you, boy?
Pitch this
hey,
Ain't
nigga.
your
That's
shit,
fine.
nigga.
Y'all take care, man. I ain't here for that. I came for peace. I ain't
I'm
come for
here
that.
for that, bro. You hopped in the
All right,
wrong
no
live, bro. If
problem.
I'm in
You
this
you
bitch, if you
stay
keep
here with
opening this
that.
live, my nigga, and you don't want
All
no smoke,
right,
don't be in this
yeah.
bitch, my
This
nigga.
nigga.
Get the fuck on with that shit.
they go to Choctaw. Just run
Choctaw
them
County.
off then. They ruthless like that. Listen, they don't want to hear that shit.
Oh, I had questions though before you ran away. Oh, cause
Man, like we trying to have a conversation.
we trying to have a conversation. Oh, don't run them off, cause I got questions, dog. I
All
want I
right,
want
let him
them to
come back
answer.
up. He just
I
got
want
to
them to
know what
answer
it is.
about these nationalities. We know America. They established the nationality of Moors, but they also did away with the Israelites.
But he one of the ones that come on here, how y'all doing, how you doing, smile and shit, and then go on his page talking about this whole shit. Fuck that nigga.
You gotta stop letting your tribe show.
Right. Don't oh, because when I'm doing this research, bro, it does say that the five civilized tribes had connection with the Moors. So
That's
like
fine.
we
It's
Yes,
just not.
still digging, bro.
It's
We
not
still
their
digging.
land. They saying this they land. Like this is they. How you gonna have Morocco and America?
But Morocco was actually here in America before it was in Africa. They
The original
basically
old
like
the
they did a
original old
switcheroo
world,
on
right?
us, bro. Israel is in America. Jerusalem is in America. Morocco
all
is
of
in
it was
America.
in America. Yes.
Everything is in America, and they start pushing it out over there to hide it from who we are. That's all they did.
But then they take that. They take what you said, right? And they be like, oh, most of us is all Moorish, and this is Moorish land. They don't break it down and clarify what how you broke it down and clarified it. I don't appreciate that shit. I don't appreciate they try to lump
That's
us
why I
up
wanted
into
him.
shit.
I wanted him to break it down for us. Like, does he know who the Israelites are? Um, Everybody knows that America are tied with the Moors, with the cherry tree and all of that. But what? Why did they run the Israelites away? Why did they do away with the nationality of the Israelites? That's when I say
That's a good
everybody
question.
had a hand in doing away with our nationality.
That's a good question. That's a good
That's
ass
my
question.
biggest problem right there.
And then he gonna have me. I'm gonna flip and trap when he deflects or he ain't got no answer. Then he don't need to be speaking about how this is Morris land if he can't answer your question.
Excuse me, sir. We be trying to ask these folks questions. You ain't got to cuss all of them out right then. We're going to
My
need
bad,
to stand and
my
cuss
bad,
them out.
my bad. It's
Jesus.
just,
Answer the question, my nigga. I'm like, hold on, bro. He's super aggressive.
bro. I'm just
Look, I
saying.
knew it was coming.
That's why I
I
don't
knew
get
it
on.
was coming. It never fails.
That's why I
You
let
can't run
Los
them
and
off
you.
at
That's
the
why I
beginning.
let
You got to
Los
let them
and
talk.
D. Man, that's why I let y'all be talking, man. You and D's and Los and Kevin and David and y'all do y'all with that.
Y'all.
Listen, I be knowing when he finna go off. I can look at him and tell.
You can feel it. You can hear it in his voice.
Man, you can't do that, friend.
It's like, here it come. I say, here it
For
come.
y'all, I'm cutting back. I promise. From now on, that was the last time. I promise.
He said,
No, it's not. Stop that line. No, it's not.
you're right. Oh, got zero tolerance. He's
And you know what? Choctaws are like that.
he ain't giving
Every
him no
Choctaw I know
more
is just
time.
like this. You can't tell them no anything.
Somebody send Power Jen a invite because he be cracking jokes.
He do. Crazy as hell.
Let me see if he up in here. Yep, go ahead. Let me send him one out.
Quick question. Okay, even like I semi agree with majority of stuff that you said. Is it okay or does it validate a person to speak on even saying that this is Morris land or any of that if they haven't been working on a genealogy and don't know their shit?
What's the difference between a Moor and a Mur?
That's a good ass
As
goddamn
in,
question.
I think
Sound alike.
two different regions, right? Yeah, that's
The
the only really separate.
Moors were North African, and the Murs were already in the United States.
Exactly. But my thing is, I don't appreciate the fact of okay, and this is my thing. If a person like him and others have not done enough genealogy to know either if they are a Mur or a Moor, should you be speaking and saying the things that you're saying? If you don't know your seventh or eighth grandma, sixth grandma, should you be speaking on history like that with any more American Indian, Israelite, Native shit, anything?
Right. They should
Oh, turn
always.
your camera on right quick. I was trying to show my husband how you look like my damn cousin.
I need
Now
to
don't
shave,
look
dog. I've been moving and shit.
and you wonder why Vada fit in with them damn Choctaws on that reservation. Don't.
The one
Oh, okay.
y'all jump on some.
Oh, okay.
But
I know my
I'm most
folks
definitely
not
gonna set a
saying.
live event.
But you done. You said it's native. See, you're throwing around a misnomer again. It's like when they call you African American. What is their real name?